With the Season 7 premiere of Walking Dead just days away, for today's Finger Fur Friday, I'll be shifting gears from horror movies to horror TV shows with this Walking Dead inspired nail design. To get started, I'll be applying my base colors. I'm painting my index and pinky nail white, red on my middle fingernail, and black on my thumb and ring finger. On the white nails, I'll be creating a wooden texture inspired by Negan's bat Lucille. To do this, I'm using a bamboo paintbrush and brown acrylic paint. I applied the brown paint in long strokes to give a wood texture, and I did about 2 coats and let it dry. Next, I used watered down light brown paint and drew on some long curvy lines for a more detailed wood grain. Next, I'm using a long striping brush and white acrylic paint to paint on some barbed wire. To do this, I made thin lines across on my nail and spaced them out randomly. Then I finished the design by adding 3 dashes on the wire for barbs. On the other wooden nail, my pinky, I'll be doing the symbol on Negan's gun that Carl had, which is basically just a simple shape of a baseball bat and wire around it. For this, I used a light brown color to make it look like it's carved into the wood. After I sketched in the shape, I went back with brown to thin up and sharpen the lines. This next design is open for interpretation. I envision this to be a horde of zombies, kinda in the same style as the comics, but I also think it looks like the crowd of Negan's people at the RV scene. As you can see, I'm just using 3 different shades of gray, starting with the lightest in the background and painting in different body shapes. Let me know in the comments if you think this looks like a crowd of walkers or a crowd of Negan's peeps. And for the last 2 black nails, I did some writing. On my ring fingernail, I wrote out Negan's famous line, "Eeny, meeny, miny, mo." I didn't show the full process of this because writing is like the hardest thing to do on camera, but you can see I just used white paint and touched up the letters with black. On my thumbnail, I used a sponge to add some distressing to the edges with browns, greens, and yellows, and then I used a tan paint and wrote out the title. I finished with a layer of fast-drying top coat to smooth out the surface, and then I applied a matte top coat after that. If you enjoyed this tutorial and are super excited / super scared for the premiere, let me know by leaving me a thumbs up. And if you do a Walking Dead mani, share a picture with me on social medias. I'd love to see what you come up with.